Hi everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. So I don't necessarily have a plan of how I want to or where I want to take this video, I guess. But I do know I'm constantly getting blown up on Instagram DMs, emails, in the comments, and a lot of it is financial questions. And so I kind of just wanted to get this video out there so that I could kind of start reverting people to it maybe a little bit more, because I don't necessarily always have the time to respond to each and every one of you. So I really want to just be able to help everyone that I possibly can with this video and financial advice or whatever. So that's gonna be that. Let's get started. I have a lot. I think I have like 92 questions. So here we go. We gotta get to it. Oh, I have 21, just 92 likes. Drama queen. Someone asked, I hope it's not too personal, but I would love to know how you do it to be financially independent while being in nursing school. How you balance that equality with your partner while you are doing these intense courses. I'm starting this fall, so any advice helps. Thank you, love your channel. Okay, so the first thing I do want to let you guys know is I am going to be 25 years old. I'm not like 18 years old and doing this, or 21 years old and doing this. I do think you can do it at all those ages, but I do think graduating later and being able to spend a lot more time working and saving up. You guys, I've been saving up for my whole life for this stuff. Ever since I got a job at 16, I've always been having this I started saving all this money up so that I could, you know, get myself through. I also think, and not that anyone has to do this, this is just kind of what I had to do, but sticking with the community college really helped me save a lot of money. The way they did their payment plans and stuff really allowed me to work. I also took all online classes so I could work full-time throughout college. My dad did the same thing when he was in college, so I kind of just followed in his footsteps. And so I worked full-time, took online courses, and was able to pay my way through community college. My parents did help occasionally when they could. They definitely got me through, and I wouldn't be here today without them. But I am, like you guys know, paying for my own nursing school and stuff. And I guess a little background to that is I am paying, so usually what I'm paying on my own, a lot of people take out a separate loan to do. I have decided I've saved up enough. I've been working a lot. This is my first few months not having a job. It's actually been really uncomfortable. I really haven't known what to do. I have like so much extra time. But I'll start a new job in January. But yeah, so I decided to take that on my own so I didn't have interest building up on a loan kind of deal, if you guys know what that is. I still don't know. I can't tell you the types of loans out there or anything because I don't know, because I've never done it. And this is another reason, like, I did not want to have to get into the whole thing. It was like I just like didn't get it. Like, they need to teach you guys this stuff in high school. Like, I don't know how this wasn't part of my high school education. So I took that loan upon myself, and I'm paying my way through, and I get quarterly payments. So at the beginning of each quarter, I owe the school a certain amount of money, and I've been able to maintain that through YouTube. I saved up a lot while I was working as a nanny and stuff like that. So there's that. And then with my school, obviously I couldn't pay my entire tuition on my own. That would be so incredible, but so impossible for me. So my school offers it. And the reason I never really talked about this was because I don't know how all other schools work, so I would hate to get people's opinion or like hopes up and stuff. So my school offers, you take a loan throughout them, and then it doesn't build interest or anything, and you have until after 6 months to get a job and then pay it before it starts adding interest. So I'm already putting money away so I can hopefully pay that off in those quick 6 months. And so far that's looking and feeling really good. It's just like a lot of working and getting a job in January, even though I do like this peaceful break, but stuff like that. So that's just like a little extra background. That's how I've been able to be financially independent, because my parents taught me how to budget and manage since the day I turned 16 and got a job. How we balance equality. So when Josh and I first moved in together, we split rent 50-50. We spent, and he offered to do a little bit more since he was graduated. Josh isn't in college. He's gonna be 25 on Monday. He's very well set off. He has no student debt. He and he's an amazing realtor, and he's already done such amazing things. So he did offer to take more than 50%, but it was really important to me that I also, you know, held my own, and I never wanted to make my partner feel financially unstable because of my doing. So that first year together, we paid everything 50-50, groceries 50-50, everything 50-50. And then if there's anything outside of like that, like set up, split up that we had made, we would each pay for it. Like I obviously loved going and buying decorations for everything. And then the big things, we always just like still split it. So I don't know, we're very equal. Josh is very giving, I'm very giving. So that also made it help. This quarter, Josh is paying for our rent. We are moving to a cheaper rent just to help out. And he's been paying since January. And then I've been paying for groceries, house stuff, anything that has to do with that. So that's been really helpful. But starting back in January when we're in our new apartment, I'm going to get a job and we're going to go back to the 50% thing because it's just put way too much guilt on my chest and I can't handle it anymore. How to build credit and save money. So credit, that's a good question for Josh. Actually, he got a college credit card back in high school, or back in college, because it takes a while to build it. Because of like a lot of like hospital things and stuff like that, my credit kind of built up that way. Like I don't even have a credit card. I really need to get one in the next like 6 months, I think we're planning. And he just, you know, he got it in college and he would just put gas and groceries on it and then paid off immediately, and that was incredible and it's worked out really well for him. Do you give yourself an allowance per week? How do you resist overbuying and buying things you don't need, feeling content with what you have? So I never feel like I need anything. It's just more like what I want. Like, do I need it? No, but like, do I want it? Yeah. I feel like, you know, like on Parks and Rec, like they treat yourself. That's how I feel, but I do it as, you know, as much as I can like afford. So what I actually do is I budget out what I'm making per month, and then I'll give myself a certain amount of money to spend for like personal things, like if I want a cute outfit or a sweater, or if I want to go buy freaking pumpkin decorations, whatever it is. So I usually give myself about 100 to 150 each month because I can afford that for those things, and 90% of the times I don't even like use it, or I don't even make it to that amount, and so I just put that amount towards the budgets that I have for groceries or other things like that, if that makes sense. Like recently I've been having to budget gas back in now that I have a car again, even though I never leave my house anyways. I feel like I'm gonna fill up like once every couple months because that's how much I don't drive down here. But yeah, I resist overbuying and buying things I don't need. I don't know, like I don't know. I guess when you grow up in the life that I did and you don't have a choice but to only think like that is how it works for me. So I don't know. I guess just like making like, I don't know, like telling yourself the consequences of buying those things, and like, I don't know, like if you're super like short on money and you're like overbuying stuff, like think about, if I'm gonna buy this, like do I want this or do I want groceries next week? I guess I did have to do that in college a little bit because obviously I wanted to go to the bars and I wanted to hang out with my friends and do cute things, and that stuff adds up. But I also was paying my rent through college too, so I guess just like making sure, like, do I want to pay rent this month or do I want that sweater? So things like that, kind of just like comparing, like, and like comparing its worth to things that like are actually needed and necessary in your life. Yeah. I would like to know how you're paying for nursing school loans, grants. Okay, so I kind of already went over that. When you were doing your gen ed classes, did you use financial aid or pay those out of pocket? All of my community college, all of that stuff was all paid out of pocket. I don't owe anyone anything except for the school that I'm at now when I graduate, the 6 months interest, all of that stuff that I'm doing through them. And I paid for that by working full-time, like literally 40-50 hours weeks, Dairy Queen, nannying, got a CNA job. Like I did it all as much as I could and did online classes, and that really helped. How do you pay for rent, school, and other bills and personal stuff? I've saved up, like I said, and as like my income right now, YouTube's my only income, so that is definitely helping me a lot, and I have you guys to obviously thank for that. and that's kind of how I'm able to. I've saved up enough to where I can be financially dependent on YouTube right now. And then in January I'll have a job, and then, you know, we'll get back into the working and stuff. Are you working right now? No. And that's how we split our expenses. Budgeting tips, I will link some fun little Pinterest boards if I can find them down below. When I first started to kind of learn how to budget, I went on Pinterest and I learned to I don't remember the exact number, so it was pretty much like 70-30% or like 80-20%. So I would take 80%, and this was when I was also living with my parents, and this made it a lot easier because I did live with them for like a couple years before Josh and I had moved out together. But I spent that time and that money taking 80% of my paycheck and putting it in savings, and taking the 20% and putting it in my checkings for things like gas and snacks and weird stuff like that. It was a lot easier not having rent and stuff, but I think maybe try something like that. Again, I'll link them below. Pinterest has a lot of amazing budgeting things you guys can look up. That's how I did it at first, and now I've kind of gotten into this routine where I kind of like I keep all my money in my bank account, and I have a checkings and a savings, and I just kind of like what I can and can't do, and like how much I'm spending. And I don't know, I've gotten really good, I guess, at eyeing this stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to explain, but I'll list everything down below that and kind of describe it in the description box of like how I used it and kind of some things that I'm doing now. Right now I just literally, I don't know, I just know what I'm getting, and I know what I can and can't spend and what is worth it and not worth it. And I just think that comes from years of experience, because I haven't had a choice but to live like this. Do your parents help you guys? No. If we ever needed their help, I know both of our families would drop everything in a heartbeat to help us, but again, saving up, and Josh has a degree and everything. He is financially set. He's got a great job. He does great at it. So no, our parents do not help us. How much do you work during nursing school? I was working between 25 and 30 hours my first quarter, then quarantine happened, and I guess it was still like around 30 second quarter too. And then this third quarter, the one that I'm in now, I actually stopped working and only doing YouTube. But honestly, I think finding like a good nanny job or a CNA job or like any healthcare job that you can while in nursing school, and having them be respectful and being able to accommodate to your schedule will be amazing. Taking advantage of weekend shifts, or I mean, I have a lot of girls in my program that do really good with night shifts. They love it and make it work really well. So that's how much I worked. And then in January, I'm planning on getting a PRN CNA job at a hospital that I'm interested at actually applying at when I do graduate. And I'm hoping to, obviously I want to work PRN, but I'm hoping to get at least like 3 12s a week. So yeah. I hope this question isn't too personal, but I was wondering, did you pay for college yourself or have help? Okay, I already went through that. Also, just so you guys know, my parents are not helping me with my nursing school stuff. Because they did help me with my community college stuff there for a while, I really respect how far they've gotten me, and I would like to take myself the rest of the way if I can. If I ever get to a point where I need their help, I know they would want to help me and do whatever they could. My dad would give me a shirt off his back if he had to. Yeah, no one is helping me pay for any type of nursing school stuff. Josh is just the only one helping me by helping with rent and stuff, so I can put more towards school. How do loans work when you don't know exactly what nursing school you're going to? Great question. When you get the answer, let me know. I have no idea, you guys. This is why I never really talked about it, because my school's was really easy. I didn't really do anything for it. I signed some papers, they did some stuff with my social and like all that stuff, and it was a done deal, and it is what it is. And I literally the whole time my eyes were just glazed over at my financial advisor guy, because I was like, dude, I don't know what is happening. My nanny dad was trying to explain it to me. It's just like a lot, and it's very confusing. I'm sure you can find some like maybe more specific YouTube videos of someone who could be more useful to you than me, because I'm clearly not very useful with all that stuff. Again, I literally don't know why we weren't taught this stuff in high school. This question is how I'm able to blend working and schooling together. I'm able to do that because I've always had to do that, but also because I don't know. I've gotten really good at managing my time. I do a lot of checklists where, and I always have everything in my planner, and I think that helps a lot. I will always recommend having a checklist book and then a planner, so you can always just like write everything out and, you know, manage your time a lot better. I think that will be the most beneficial thing to help you guys kind of get that time management thing down. Ooh, I like this question. Do you have a savings account and or any savings goals? So I do have a savings account. All my money that goes towards my nursing school payments and paying off the loan I am going through my school with. That's all in my savings account and my actual account. And then Josh and I obviously have wedding plans in the future, and with school and everything, and like having to pay that off, that's a priority. We both want to get married and we not have any debt or any school loans or anything to pay off. So that's our priority, but we have been talking, and I think we're thinking about either opening up like a second savings account or getting a safe and doing, I actually saw something like this on Pinterest, where they get like a box or a safe and they put like envelopes and put like money in it each day and all of that stuff, so the cash is pulled out, you can't touch it, it's hidden away somewhere, and you just keep adding to it. I think we might do that. I think that's a really good idea. I think if you don't see it in your account, you can't spend it. So if it's hidden somewhere and you are determined, like I'm determined to have that so I can have a good wedding, so you could try that. Did you save money before you quit working? Yes, I've always had a backup plan and enough saved for anything to happen. My parents always taught me that, and it worked out really well since, you know, obviously COVID and stuff happened. Is there any specific scholarships you would want other nursing students to know about? So my school specifically, I know you can go in and talk to them about like different hospitals offering scholarships. Like a lot of hospitals will offer you scholarships for you to work for them for like 5 years or whatever. And they had given a lot. I didn't apply for one. I probably should have applied for some scholarships, but like honestly I was really lazy about it, and I was just like, you know what, I've worked my butt off, like I'm just gonna pay and get over with. And my goal is, like, sometimes you guys, when you graduate and you sign on with a hospital, a lot of the times people they help pay off your student loans and debt and stuff. So I'm also hoping I can probably do that when I graduate, and they can help pay off that 6 months of debt or student loan that I'm going to be having to pay off post graduation. But I don't know any specific ones. I just mainly know of the ones that I've like known through my school, through Colorado specifically. I know there's a lot of great things out there, but I just don't know any specifics. I would definitely reach out to your nursing school, like if you have like a financial or academic advisor, and talk to them and be like, hey, I really would like to apply for some scholarships. Some of the Google ones are a little sketchy. I don't get, like, I tried looking up stuff and it was like really weird. But yeah, my school has helped a lot of people that I know find some really good scholarship opportunities. So also, a lot of places that hire you on as a CNA will also kind of give you like a scholarship opportunity. The place I worked at as a CNA here in Colorado had that. You had to work there for a certain amount of time, or maybe it was like hit a certain amount of hours, and then you could apply and they would like give you like like $5,000 scholarship or something like that, and that is obviously pretty incredible. So you guys could always look into that stuff too, or any hospital setting that you look at. It doesn't have to be like a residency, like retirement home kind of situation. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful with that, but there are grants. I did get a Colorado grant for school, and that has definitely helped me a lot. So how often would you suggest someone should work who's a full-time student? I think my best advice to working in nursing school is to get into school first, maybe like take a few weeks off if you have a job. Just like, hey, like everything's changing in my life right now. I'm starting nursing school. It's very demanding, and I just need to take a couple weeks off, you know, get my feet wet, get more comfortable in my school routine. Also, you know, take advantage of the schedule that they give you, and just kind of start mapping out what kind of student you are, how much time you like personally need to put away for studying, and stuff like that, and just kind of see like what's going to work best for you. I couldn't recommend that to all of you because everyone is so different. We all learn so differently. We all need a certain amount of time and stuff to study. So that's just kind of something I can't really do and I don't feel comfortable doing. But I think just kind of taking advantage of the schedule and taking advantage of, like, if your job will let you have those 2 weeks off, just kind of like figuring out what's going to be the most beneficial to you in your education. And, you know, hopefully jobs will be understanding and respectful of that. If they're not, then sue them. How do you and your boyfriend live together while you're in school and not working? Kind of just covered all of that, I feel like, in this video. I worked when I was 16, but started nursing school this fall, and this is my last week of work. I still live at home to make it possible. Yeah, again, I just saved up a lot, and having a boyfriend who's financially stable has been helpful. And honestly, if Josh hadn't asked me to move in and stuff, I was planning at staying home with my parents until I graduated anyways, because if your parents are willing to allow you to stay at their house as long as you need to make your dreams come true and graduate and do whatever you need to do to be successful and happy in life, absolutely take advantage of that, you guys. I don't care if I'd be 25 and still living at home. Like, I think that's, you know, an awesome kind of thing to do, and I don't think anyone should ever be embarrassed or feel like ashamed of living at home until like you graduate college. Like, take advantage of that financial stress relief, you know? Okay, but yeah, that is pretty much all the questions I got. I hope I covered everything you guys were asking for. That's all I have on financial stuff, you guys. I'm no pro. This is just my kind of story and what's worked for me and what I've done and what I am doing. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, you guys. I truly love you guys, and I wish you all the best, and I wish you guys so much love, happiness, and success with your journeys in nursing school. And you know what, and like, also just don't feel ashamed if you have to take out more loans to do it, because in the end you're gonna be able to pay them off. You're gonna work your butt off. You're gonna be a cute ass little nurse, and you're gonna be great, and you're gonna be amazing, and you're gonna live your happy little life. So I love you guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.